So I just played a prank on my grandma saying that the police were here and that she needed to come check out the house. She doesn't know that I'm here. She thinks I'm in California. We're about to see her reaction. Hola, abuelita, ¿cómo está?
¡Qué sorpresa, hijo! ¡Oh, my God! ¡Oh, God! ¡Ay, hijo de tu madre! ¿Qué va?
We already got this far, and now together we are so strong.
So as you guys heard in that last clip, I was able to surprise my grandmother for Mother's Day. That was in probably like May 18th of 2017. I went back home to Chicago. I flew from San Diego, California, all the way to Chicago to visit my family. While I was there for those 3 days, I did manage to get myself a hydrostatic weigh-in, because being out there in San Diego, California, I was re-motivated to want to step on stage because it's such a big thing out there. Like a lot of the people that I met at the gyms I would go to out there in that area, a lot of them were competitors, so it re-motivated me to want to step on stage. So here I just wanted to get a base of where I was at, and this hydrostatic weigh-in is considered the gold standard of body fat testing. It only costed $60. I did it at the University of Illinois at Chicago, so UIC. I'd have a little printout here, which is right next to me. I can insert a little image of it, but it basically said that I weighed 217 pounds and I was 12.3% body fat. So to get down to 8% body fat, I need to lose 10 pounds, but to step on stage, you probably need to be around 4 to 5. So at the end, by the time I stepped on stage, I ended up losing a total of 16 pounds, and then I was somewhat stage ready. I looked somewhat decent. You guys will see later in the video. But here I'm back in California. This is probably about an hour out from San Diego in the mountains. It's actually called Coral Canyon, and there's a bunch of off-road rock climbing type things that you can do. And so I did some rock crawling with my new Jeep, as you guys can see here. I used to drive the red Toyota Camry, and now I'm driving a 2015 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 2-door edition. It actually looks a lot different currently in its current state than it does in this video. I can do an update video later. But being in California was amazing. I mean, the weather where I was at kind of sucked. It was 120 degrees where I was at. It's called the Imperial Valley. They call it the Valley. San Diego, when I would go to San Diego, it was perfect weather, just like everybody says, probably the best place in the United States to go. But yeah, the valley where I was working, 120 degrees, was pretty rough. It was eye-opening being in a different state. I had never been to California, and thankfully, because of my job, I had the opportunity to go out there. I do plan on going out there again soon. I want to go back within the next couple months. It's just a temporary assignment, so I could do it for 3, maybe 6 months. So hopefully I get to go back there. Here you guys see I am driving all the way back to Michigan. That was about a 34-hour drive, but that's if you do it non-stop. I probably managed to do it in about 42 hours, because when I did stop, I just slept in the Jeep, and then I continued going until I couldn't anymore. Here I'm back in Michigan. This is actually, sorry, this is such like a fast forward like overview of the year, but this is the day before my show. So as you guys can see, I'm all sucked up and looking like I haven't eaten in a while. Excuse me. So towards the end of my prep, I was really tired. Like, I was spending most of my time at work and then in the gym. I didn't really have that much downtime. I wasn't sleeping very well. So here and there I would try and fit in some little naps. Here you guys see, this is after the first coat of my tan. I was scheduled to go in the next morning for another coat, a second coat, so I can get a little bit darker. And then they said that before I stepped on stage, they would do little touch-ups and do the glaze so you look nice and shiny. So right here you can see, this is still after the first coat. This isn't after the second coat. But this is making me a little sad because I no longer have those abs. That was probably the best conditioning I've ever been in my life. But yeah, before the show, I actually did my cheat meal the night before, which when I got to the show and I was talking to a lot of competitors, they all said that they did their burger and fries actually the night before, not after prejudging, which is weird. I know most people usually do it after they're prejudging, but I guess me being a newbie in the whole contest prep thing, I guess the thing is to do it the night before. I miss being that shredded and looking at all these videos now. So, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But this right here, I already have the second coat on me. This is actually me about to head to the show. In the morning, I was probably looking like death and probably wasn't feeling like recording. I was probably like, ugh. But here, this is me walking to the building. And again, the show that I did was the Linda Murray Detroit Classic. My tricep looks pretty decent right there. Unfortunately, I didn't have the right lens with me, so my family that went with me to the show couldn't get good clips of it. It's like really terrible quality of the clips of me on stage, and it looks really far away because I didn't have the lens that zoomed in. But yeah, this is me after. You can see some of the hardware that I had on the floor. I didn't do as good as I thought I was going to do in men's physique. I did 2nd and 5th. But after doing the men's physique and seeing the classic physique guys, I realized that classic physique is probably something that I would be more interested in. So from here on out, I might do like a crossover, do men's physique and classic physique, like in the local shows. But my main focus is going to try and be that classic physique. Here you guys see I'm about to jump in the shower, and you guys are going to see the aftermath of what happens when you wash off that $130 tan by Eclipse Tanning. I will say it was a good tan, but here you're about to see it all wither away. Getting prepped for a show, I would say you have to at least have minimum $1,000 to $1,500 just to have a little bit of cushion. $1,500, but you could do it with like $1,000 because I paid $270 for all 3 classes that I did. I paid $130 for the tanning. You have to pay for your coaching, your supplements. You have to get the proper dieting, the proper protein and things of that sort. So like whether it be your grass-fed beef, which ends up being like $8 a pound, or whatever it is you need, it's very costly. But at the end, it is pretty amazing because you could see how far you can push your body. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully it is not in 2019. Hopefully it is right around the corner.